Disease spread is a really big challenge in refugee camps, and we're trying to understand how diseases might spread between different humans in refugee camps and how we can mitigate the spread of disease. We chose to work with Durham University because we've had a long-standing relationship with the university. I started at the UN while I was a PhD student here at Durham, and since then we've worked together on a range of different issues, particularly with the Department of Physics.
The aim of the project we're working on is to use satellite data and neural networks to infer the population of refugee camps. And then, once you have this population, to model the spread of diseases in these camps.
We use satellite data and neural networks to map refugee camps and understand how many structures there are, how many tents there are. And we use that information to infer how many people might live in that camp. Once we have the population statistics, we can use that data to build disease models in computers that can then simulate the spread of disease.
We can quantify to a certain degree how potential diseases like COVID, like other infectious diseases spread in these vulnerable populations. But we can also advise camp management on best measures to mitigate this risk.
So in this collaboration, we are on the UN side working with the Secretary General's Innovation Lab, UN Global Pulse, and we're working with the World Health Organization and UNHCR, the UN's refugee agency, who will manage many of the refugee camps in which we're working. And then we're working with Durham University and a few other collaborators who are bringing their expertise from outside into the project.
The funding by STFC and EPSRC through the IEA allows us to transfer the quantitative methods and technologies we have in physics to adapt them for social science problems. We would probably not have been able to do our project without the IEA funding, because it funds a postdoc who actually does the analysis part of the satellite imagery.
At the moment, we are reacting quite a lot to what is currently happening. In the future, we're also looking at using this kind of technology to see, could we design better refugee camps? Could we inform the better design of camps to mitigate disease spread by design?
I think this is a unique chance for our quantitative methods that we developed in physics, simulating the history of the universe or the Large Hadron Collider, to actually have real-world impact for some of the most vulnerable people on the planet.